Hi, this is Sajjad, welcoming you to this video of Nuke Learning. Today, I will explain what everybody does in his or her role. Let's start from the artist level, which is you, a comp artist. Comp artists have different titles in different companies. For example, MPC calls you artist in compositing department, also calls the senior artist a key artist. Other companies have their own labeling methods. It's just a title. Then, the production team members will assign you some shots. Could be from one shot to multiple shots at once. It depends on the show and how many artists are available for that specific show at that time. As I explained before, big production VFX companies have several shows on their contracts at the same time, and therefore, artists are assigned to work with shots that production assign them. It rarely happens one artist to work on two different shows at the same time. Usually artists are assigned to multiple shots in one show to work on. And when they complete the task, production team shuffles them to other show and shots. Also, it depends on how much of the dependencies of each shot from other departments are ready to be used. Another reason is the amount of task you need to do on one specific shot. Is it easy or hard? Maybe sometimes you need to add a simple 2D smoke to the shot. In this case, you will have access to the asset library of the company. You can search through the existing smoke layers and choose the one you are interested. One point to remember is that in big production VFX companies, they share the thumbnail of asset library on their network, and when an artist chooses one of them, based on what location artist is, the company will transfer the original file from one location to another. This is being done because the size of these asset files, like smoke, are huge. As an example, I am working in Montreal office. I choose a smoke layer. System tells me it is offline. You need to download it from the London office. I hit OK and transfer begins. When transfer finishes, I receive a confirmation email. But maybe sometimes the task on the shot is difficult and needs other assets and renders from other departments. Let's say you are waiting for lighting department to render a CG parts of your shot. First, check the shot grid. If there is a new render pass and CG supervisor has a note that says pass to comp, then you can use it. Otherwise, you have to wait because in the lighting department, the renders need to be reviewed by the CG supervisor and maybe by client to confirm the CG. That's another reason of assigning multiple shots to you. Sometimes you receive a render pass and you see the pass to comp phrase. But when you comp, you see it lacks something. You can flag it to the production, either they are aware or not. Sometimes lighting decides to have priorities in rendering. So, for example, they give you one piece today and another piece next week. If this is not clear in shot grid, then you need to confirm with production or your comp lead or your comp soup. If you think the shots that have been assigned to you are overwhelming, definitely flag it to production. In some big VFX companies, the lighting department create a slap comp for you to let you know that what render passes have been created, and you can use that slap comp as a starting point. Lead artist is an artist that is in senior level and has very eye-catching background and has spent at least 3 years in that company. So he or she is completely aware of the pipeline and can help newcomers and other comp artists to get along or use a specific node or gizmo. Lead artists sometimes are responsible for creating the template for repetitive shots in one sequence. As an example, I was working on SpongeBob animation feature film, and the lighting department has done its job, and after so many times of back and forth with client and comp, all Maya scenes were on the farm, rendering 4K, and we didn't have time to add eye spec to the eyes of SpongeBob. That was forgotten completely by lighting department. So lead artist created a simple template in Nuke for the eye spec for the specific shots of specific sequences, and artists applied that template to their final scripts to resolve the problem. They also create other templates for the shots of a sequence that have green screen or blue screen with the same lighting and prop setup in the shooting facility. But it will be at the stage of slap comp, and comp artists will work on the keys, edges, colors, hairs, and all the other stuff. Sometimes lead artists do the tasks of comp artists too to help the shots get ready on the schedule. Comp supervisor, he or she is responsible for the supervising of the shots. They are very experienced artists that know the software, the technical side of the works, the light behavior, the physics behavior, and they have very sharp eye for seeing details that your eyes can't catch easily. And you need to work a lot and learn a lot to train your eyes to catch those extra details. When you, as a comp artist, prepare a version of your shot and publish it to be reviewed by comp supervisor in the daily meeting that held every day twice usually, the comp sup will review the shot and talks to you and other artists in the daily meeting. They tell you the notes and what needs to be fixed. You should take notes of what is being said inside the meeting, but for the sake of following up, someone from production team is in the meeting and will take notes down. And after a couple of minutes, when meeting is over, you can see those notes on your shot grid page of your shot. Be careful and pay attention. Sometimes, because of workload and workforce, human errors can happen and you might receive some other artist notes in your shot grid page of your shot. In this case, let the production know. VFX supervisor, he or she is the one who is responsible for all the VFX production pipeline and talks directly to the client and gets briefed for everything. VFX Sup has meeting with supervisors of other departments to lead them what the client wants and follows the orders to the end and shot delivery points. Technical artist and comp TD. He or she is a comp artist with the Python code writing understanding and ability and acts role in between the comp artist and programmers. Artists don't have to know the Python. Programmers don't have to know Nuke. So technical artist acts as a translator between these two and help them understand each other. Based on the level of experience, technical artist and comp TDs are classified as junior to senior levels, and they help the research and development of the company to develop tools that Nuke users need to have to facilitate the workflow for the show that they are working on. Pipeline TD. They are genius people with high Python programming skills, also skills in the programming language of each main DCC software that company uses, like Maya, Houdini, Nuke. They develop tools and workflow inside the pipeline of the company and let the users of these softwares be able to communicate with each other without knowing them how it is being done in background. They also do millions of other tasks, depends of the need of pipeline that in every show happens.